Most riders assume automatic motorcycles are everywhere. The reality is very different. For the 2026 model year, only a handful of true clutchless motorcycles are officially sold new in the United States. We verified every qualifying model, starting with the surprisingly affordable Honda Rebel 300 E-Clutch, then counting upward by price until we reach the most expensive machine available. Before we look at the motorcycles themselves, we need to answer one surprisingly important question. What actually qualifies as an automatic motorcycle? The answer is not as obvious as many riders think. Manufacturers often describe very different machines with similar language, making it easy to assume they all work the same way. They do not. That is why this guide follows the manufacturer's own definitions instead of internet opinions. For this video, every motorcycle must remove the need to operate a clutch lever. Whether you are pulling away from a stoplight, creeping through heavy traffic, or slowing to a complete stop, the motorcycle takes care of clutch engagement for you. That means no accidental stalls and no learning curve centered on clutch control. How each motorcycle achieves that, however, varies dramatically. Honda's dual clutch transmission can shift gears automatically or let you change them yourself through handlebar controls. Honda's E-Clutch keeps a traditional gearbox, but operates the clutch electronically, while Yamaha's automated manual transmission combines electronic clutch control with button-operated shifting. One final distinction keeps this guide fair. Scooters are excluded because they use a different transmission layout and serve a different riding purpose, unless their manufacturer officially markets them as motorcycles. Once you understand these systems, the strengths of every motorcycle become much clearer. And fittingly, the first model we are about to explore introduces one of the newest clutchless technologies available in the United States today, Honda CB650R E-Clutch. If you're enjoying this fact-checked guide, like the video, drop a hype in the comments and subscribe so we can keep bringing complete motorcycle buying guides like this. And for many riders, the biggest frustration has never been changing gears. It has been everything that comes before the shift, feathering the clutch through traffic, worrying about stalling on a hill, or constantly working the lever during a slow commute. Honda's answer wasn't to eliminate the manual gearbox, it was to make living with one dramatically easier. That philosophy comes to life in the Honda CB650R E-Clutch, the most affordable full-size clutchless motorcycle in Honda's United States lineup. It starts at $8,699 before destination charges, while clean 2024 through 2026 used examples are already trading between $7,200 and $8,300, depending on mileage, condition, and location. Rather than replacing the familiar 6-speed transmission, Honda allows sophisticated electronics to handle clutch engagement for you. Pull away from a stop, work through every gear with your left foot, then come to a complete halt without ever touching the clutch lever. The motorcycle quietly manages the difficult part behind the scenes, yet the lever remains fully functional whenever you want. The complete manual experience. Power comes from Honda's respected 649 cubic centimeter liquid cooled inline 4, one of the few remaining engines of its kind in the middleweight class. Smooth, eager, and wonderfully refined, it rewards riders with a distinctive 4-cylinder soundtrack and stronger acceleration. The higher the revs climb, making weekday commuting feel just as enjoyable as a weekend ride through twisting pavement. The premium feel continues with a Showa SFFBP inverted fork, standard ABS, full LED lighting, a crisp 5-inch TFT display with smartphone connectivity, and Honda's Neo Sports Cafe styling that blends modern performance with timeless simplicity. Its greatest strength is confidence. Heavy traffic becomes less tiring, low-speed riding feels more relaxed, and newer riders gain reassurance without losing the satisfaction of shifting their own gears. Just remember, this is not a twist-and-go motorcycle. The E-Clutch removes clutch operation, not gear changes. If you're shopping for a used example, let the motorcycle idle in first gear without touching the clutch lever. It should move away cleanly and stop without hesitation, jerking, or stalling. Any irregular behavior deserves a thorough inspection before you buy. The CB650R proves that convenience and rider involvement no longer have to exist on opposite sides of the garage. Still, not every rider wants an upright naked bike once the speed climbs and the wind starts pushing back. For those looking to trade a relaxed riding position for sharper aerodynamics without giving up the same clutchless technology, Honda already has the next step waiting. And that brings us to the Honda CBR 650R E-Clutch. The Honda CBR 650R E-Clutch proves that choosing a sport bike no longer means accepting a difficult learning curve. Priced from $9,199 in the United States, it combines aggressive styling with technology that quietly removes one of the biggest frustrations of manual riding. Like its naked sibling, Honda's E-Clutch automatically controls the clutch, allowing smooth starts, effortless stops, and clutch-free gear changes while you continue shifting with your left foot. And whenever you crave the traditional experience, the clutch lever works exactly as it always has. Power comes from Honda's smooth 649 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled inline-4, an engine that feels civilized in traffic, yet transforms as the revs climb, rewarding riders with the unmistakable sound and thrilling rush only an inline-4 can deliver. Wrapped around that engine is sleek superbike-inspired bodywork, improved wind protection, a sport-focused riding position, premium suspension, anti-lock brakes, traction control, a bright TFT display, smartphone connectivity, and full LED lighting. It excels on winding roads and long highway rides, although the more aggressive ergonomics become less forgiving during slow commutes. When shopping used, inspect the mirrors, fairings, engine covers, and handlebar ends for matching scrapes that could reveal a previous tip-over. But every gear change is still yours to make. And for many commuters, convenience means letting the motorcycle handle every shift from start to finish. That difference completely changes the ownership experience, which is exactly why the next chapter belongs to the Honda NC750X DCT, because the motorcycles we have explored so far remove the challenge of clutch control. The Honda NC750X DCT takes the next logical step by removing gear changes as well. Starting at $9,499 in the United States, it stands among the most attainable motorcycles equipped with a genuine automatic transmission, making everyday riding feel almost effortless without losing the character of a real motorcycle. At the heart of the experience is Honda's dual-clutch transmission. Leave it in automatic mode, and the motorcycle quietly selects every gear for you. Prefer a little more involvement? A quick tap of the handlebar controls lets you shift manually whenever the mood strikes, all without touching a clutch lever or worrying about stalling. Its liquid-cooled parallel twin engine is tuned for strong low-end torque instead of chasing high engine speeds. That relaxed personality perfectly matches commuting, weekend escapes, and long highway days. Then there is the clever storage compartment where most motorcycles carry a fuel tank, offering enough room for a full-face helmet or everyday essentials. Comfort, exceptional fuel economy, and remarkable practicality define the NC750X. It may never deliver the adrenaline rush of a dedicated sport bike, but few motorcycles make daily riding this simple or this rewarding. Yet motorcycles aren't always bought with the head alone. Sometimes the decision comes down to character, presence, and the feeling you get every time you twist the throttle. Honda understood that from the beginning, and the next machine proves it, the Honda Rebel 1100 DCT. Some motorcycles encourage you to chase the horizon as quickly as possible. A cruiser asks something completely different. It invites you to slow down, settle into the ride, and enjoy every mile without feeling rushed. That easygoing character is exactly why Honda's dual-clutch transmission feels so natural on the Honda Rebel 1100 DCT. Instead of making the motorcycle feel less engaging, it lets you focus even more on the road ahead. The Rebel 1100 DCT starts at $10,499 in the United States before destination charges. Because the model first arrived for 2021, the used market is already well established, with clean DCT examples typically selling between $7,800 and $9,500, depending on year, mileage, condition, and accessories. Although the transmission is fundamentally the same system found on the NC750X, the riding experience couldn't feel more different. Every pull away from a stop is smooth and predictable because the motorcycle manages clutch engagement on its own. Through city traffic, there is no left-hand fatigue. Out on the highway, gear changes happen quietly in the background, allowing the engine's broad torque to do what it does best. Whenever the road becomes more entertaining, paddle shifters on the handlebars let you take control in an instant. That relaxed personality begins with Honda's 1,084 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin, carefully retuned from the Africa twin for cruiser duty. Rather than rewarding high engine speeds, it delivers a deep, satisfying surge of torque exactly where everyday riders spend most of their time. Rolling on the throttle produces effortless acceleration for merging, passing, or climbing long grades without drama. The low seat, forward-mounted foot controls in wide handlebars create a welcoming riding position that builds confidence from the very first mile. Honda also includes standard cruise control, selectable riding modes, Honda selectable torque control, ABS, and clean minimalist styling that blends classic cruiser proportions with thoroughly modern technology. Its greatest strengths are effortless low-speed manners, generous torque, and a transmission that quietly removes one of the most repetitive tasks in everyday riding. The trade-off is simply weight. While the low seat disguises it once underway, you'll still notice the extra pounds when maneuvering through a parking lot or backing the motorcycle into a space. Riders who insist on choosing every shift themselves may also prefer the conventional manual version. If you're inspecting a used Rebel 1100 DCT, allow the engine to warm completely before selecting drive. Engagement should feel smooth and consistent, with no warning lights, hesitation, or harsh jolts. The Rebel demonstrates that clutch-free technology belongs just as naturally on a laid-back cruiser as it does on a commuter. But every motorcycle is built with a purpose, and the Rebel's purpose is to own the pavement, not leave it behind. For riders whose adventures don't end where the asphalt disappears, Honda engineered the same proven DCT technology for a machine with a completely different mission. That shift brings us to the Honda Africa Twin DCT. The Honda Africa Twin has spent years earning its reputation in some of the harshest riding conditions on Earth. But the version that surprises many experienced riders isn't the manual model. It's the one equipped with Honda's dual-clutch transmission. Starting at $15,799 in the United States, the Africa Twin DCT proves that removing the clutch doesn't remove the adventure. Instead, it allows you to focus on the terrain ahead rather than the controls beneath your hands. Honda's dual-clutch transmission automatically selects and changes gears while continuously adapting to speed, throttle input, and riding conditions. When the trail becomes loose, rocky, or unpredictable, you no longer have to balance clutch work with throttle control and body positioning. The motorcycle handles the shifting, leaving you free to concentrate on choosing the right line. Prefer more involvement? Paddle shifters on the handlebars let you take command whenever you choose. Its 1,084 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin delivers broad, usable torque that feels calm at low speeds, yet remains eager enough for effortless highway cruising. Long travel suspension, multiple riding modes, switchable anti-lock brakes, traction control, cruise control, and a commanding upright riding position give the Africa Twin remarkable versatility, whether you're crossing mountain passes or exploring forgotten forest roads. Its greatest strengths are confidence, endurance, and adaptability. The tall seat, height, and substantial weight may challenge shorter riders, but those compromises fade once the miles begin to disappear beneath the wheels. Before buying a used example, inspect the skid plate, engine cases, and lower frame rails for heavy impacts that could reveal a hard off-road life. The Africa Twin DCT has earned its reputation by taking Honda's automatic transmission well beyond paved roads, proving that convenience and serious adventure can coexist. For many riders, it's the perfect balance of capability and versatility. But once the journey grows from weekend escapes to cross-country expeditions, comfort starts becoming just as important as off-road performance. Honda refined that formula rather than replacing it, and those extra touring touches lead us directly to the Honda Africa Twin Adventure Sports ES-DCT. The standard Africa Twin proved that an automatic motorcycle does not have to stop where the pavement ends. The Honda Africa Twin Adventure Sports ES-DCT explores a different side of adventure altogether. Instead of chasing the roughest trail, it is engineered for riders who measure their journeys in long days, distant horizons, and countless highway miles. Starting at $18,599 in the United States, it sits at the top of the Africa Twin family, blending Honda's proven dual-clutch transmission with premium equipment built for serious travel. Its familiar 1,084 cubic centimeter parallel twin delivers broad, effortless torque while the 6-speed DCT quietly selects gears or allows manual changes through handlebar controls. Over the course of a full day on the road, that clutch-free experience becomes less about convenience and more about arriving relaxed instead of worn out. The biggest transformation comes from everything surrounding the engine. Electronically controlled Showa suspension constantly adapts to changing road conditions, while the larger fuel tank, heated grips, cruise control, tall adjustable windscreen, tubeless wheels, and more accommodating seat all work together to reduce fatigue mile after mile. A 19-inch front wheel also gives the motorcycle a more planted, confident feel on pavement without sacrificing its ability to handle gravel roads and backcountry detours. Its greatest strengths are comfort, refinement, weather protection, and remarkable long-distance capability. The compromise is added weight and a little less focus on demanding off-road terrain than the standard Africa Twin. Before we move into the premium end of the lineup, tell us in the comments which clutchless motorcycle has surprised you most so far. And if you're enjoying the guide, don't forget to like and subscribe. The Africa Twin Adventure Sports proves that clutch-free technology can carry you across remote landscapes with remarkable confidence. But many riders never intend to leave the pavement. They want a motorcycle built for sweeping highways, weekday commuting, and effortless weekend escapes, not rocky trails or muddy back roads. That thinking led Honda to create the NT1100 DCT. Starting at $11,999 before destination charges, the NT1100 stands among the strongest values in Honda's touring lineup. Since it only recently reached American dealerships, used examples remain limited, with clean low-mileage motorcycles generally selling between $9,500 and $11,000, depending on condition, mileage, and factory accessories. Its familiar 1,084 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin works alongside Honda's 6-speed dual-clutch transmission, creating a remarkably relaxed riding experience. After hours on the interstate, the last thing most riders want is endless clutch work in heavy traffic. Here, the transmission quietly handles every shift, allowing you to concentrate on the road instead of your left hand. When the pavement begins to twist, paddle shifters instantly place gear selection back in your control. Comfort shapes every part of the motorcycle: a protective, full fairing, adjustable windscreen, cruise control, heated grips, generous fuel capacity, and a large TFT display with smartphone integration make long days feel surprisingly effortless, while available saddlebags add genuine cross-country practicality. Its greatest strengths are refinement, weather protection, and everyday usability. The compromise is simple. This motorcycle belongs on pavement, not rugged trails. The NT1100 demonstrates just how polished Honda's touring formula has become. But comfort isn't every rider's priority. Some want a clutchless motorcycle that feels lighter, more aggressive, and eager to attack every corner rather than simply cover distance. That demand opened the door for a completely different approach to automatic shifting, bringing us to the Yamaha MT-09 Y-AMT. For years, Honda has shaped the conversation around clutch-free motorcycles. Then Yamaha arrived with a completely different philosophy. Rather than making riding more relaxed, the Yamaha MT-09 Y-AMT was engineered to make it even more exhilarating. Starting at $11,599 in the United States, it introduces a fresh approach to automatic riding without sacrificing the character that made the MT-09 one of Yamaha's most celebrated motorcycles. Instead of using a dual-clutch transmission, Yamaha's automated manual transmission electronically controls both clutch engagement and gear changes. You can let the motorcycle shift automatically in either a smooth or sporty setting, or instantly change gears yourself using paddle shifters mounted on the left handlebar. There is no clutch lever and no foot shifter, creating an experience that feels remarkably fast and surprisingly intuitive. Power comes from Yamaha's renowned 890 cubic centimeter CP3 inline 3, delivering broad torque, an unmistakable exhaust note, and thrilling acceleration that builds with every twist of the throttle. A lightweight chassis, premium suspension, lean-sensitive electronics, cruise control, multiple ride modes, and a crisp TFT display complete the package. This motorcycle shines on winding roads where quick reactions matter most. Its firm ergonomics and minimal wind protection make it less suited to cross-country touring, but excitement has always been its true purpose. During a test ride, every paddle shift should feel immediate and seamless, with no hesitation or warning messages. The NT09 Y-AMT proves that Yamaha's automated manual transmission isn't just about convenience. It can enhance one of the most exciting naked motorcycles on the market. Even so, excitement alone isn't enough when the ride stretches across an entire weekend. Riders asking for wind protection, luggage, and long-distance comfort without giving up that lively triple-cylinder character naturally arrive at the Yamaha Tracer 9GT Plus Y-AMT. The Yamaha NT09 introduced Y-AMT as a way to make an exciting motorcycle even more engaging. The Yamaha Tracer 9GT Plus Y-AMT proves the same technology can feel just as impressive after an entire day in the saddle. Starting at $16,499 in the United States, it is Yamaha's flagship sport touring motorcycle, created for riders who want spirited performance without sacrificing long-distance comfort. At its heart is the same lively 890 cubic centimeter CP3 engine, famous for its smooth torque and unmistakable character. Paired with Yamaha's automated manual transmission, it effortlessly adapts to whatever the road demands. Leave the system in automatic mode while navigating heavy traffic or endless interstate miles. Then switch to paddle-operated manual shifts the moment the road begins to twist. Instead of replacing the rider, the technology quietly complements every riding situation. The rest of the motorcycle is built with the same philosophy. Electronically controlled suspension continuously refines ride quality, while radar-assisted adaptive cruise control, integrated hard luggage, heated grips, keyless ignition, a large color display, and an extensive suite of electronic rider aids transform long-distance travel into something remarkably relaxed. Yet despite all that comfort, the Tracer never loses the playful personality that defines Yamaha's triple-cylinder motorcycles. Its greatest strengths are versatility, advanced technology, and an engine that remains entertaining whether crossing an entire state or carving through mountain roads. The compromise is a firmer, more athletic riding position than some traditional touring motorcycles, along with a premium price. For riders who refuse to choose between backroad excitement and cross-country capability, the Tracer 9GT Plus offers one of the most complete packages on the market. Even so, Yamaha's flagship still stops short of absolute touring luxury. That final step belongs to a motorcycle that has defined effortless long-distance travel for decades, the Honda Goldwing DCT. Some motorcycles measure a journey by how many miles they cover. The Honda Goldwing Automatic DCT measures it by how few you actually feel. For nearly half a century, the Goldwing has defined luxury touring, earning a reputation as the motorcycle riders choose when the destination is hundreds of miles away and comfort matters just as much as reaching it. The 2026 model begins at $26,500 before destination charges, while clean recent DCT examples generally sell between $19,000 and $25,000, depending on model year, mileage, condition, and service history. By now, Honda's dual-clutch transmission should feel familiar, yet on the Goldwing it almost disappears. That is precisely its greatest achievement. Whether weaving through city traffics, climbing mountain roads, or cruising across endless interstate pavement, the transmission quietly selects each gear while you simply enjoy the ride. Power comes from Honda's legendary 1,833 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled horizontally opposed six-cylinder engine. Exceptionally smooth and almost vibration-free, it delivers effortless acceleration with a calm, refined character that never feels hurried. Every detail reflects that same philosophy: integrated luggage, cruise control, an electrically adjustable windscreen, premium audio, smartphone connectivity, reverse, and electronically adjustable suspension preload all work together to reduce fatigue over long days in the saddle. Its greatest strengths are refinement, comfort, and effortless long-distance capability. The compromise is size. Although remarkably balanced once moving, it still demands respect when maneuvering at walking pace. The Goldwing DCT already delivers a level of refinement that few touring motorcycles can match, pairing Honda's automatic transmission with effortless long-distance comfort. Still, some riders refuse to compromise when it comes to passenger accommodations, luggage capacity, and premium touring equipment. Honda built an answer for exactly those expectations, and it arrives in the Honda Goldwing Tour DCT. While some motorcycles are built to reach the destination, the Honda Goldwing Tour automatic DCT is built to make you forget about the destination altogether. Starting at $30,500 in the United States, with the airbag version beginning at $33,800, it represents the most luxurious clutch-free motorcycle Honda has ever produced. Everything about it is engineered to make crossing entire states feel almost effortless. At its heart is Honda's 1,833 cubic centimeter horizontally opposed 6-cylinder engine paired with a refined 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Power arrives with remarkable smoothness, while the transmission quietly manages every gear change, allowing the rider to focus entirely on the road ahead instead of the mechanics beneath them. Where the Tour truly separates itself is in its long-distance equipment. A spacious rear trunk easily accommodates 2 full-face helmets, while the larger passenger seat, supportive backrest, and integrated armrests transform long rides into something both people can genuinely enjoy. Add an electronically adjustable windscreen, electronic suspension adjustment, heated grips, cruise control, premium audio, smartphone connectivity, navigation, reverse, and Honda's smart key system. And the result feels closer to a luxury Grand Tourer than a conventional motorcycle. Its greatest strengths are comfort, weather protection, luggage capacity, and effortless mile-eating ability. The compromises are equally obvious. Its substantial size, considerable weight, and premium price place it beyond the needs of many riders. When inspecting a used example, carefully check every luggage compartment, hinge, and latch for smooth operation and signs of previous damage. The Goldwing Tour DCT represents the most fully equipped clutchless motorcycle in Honda's lineup, proving just how refined an automatic touring motorcycle can become when cost is no object. But after seeing every automatic and semi-automatic motorcycle available for the 2026 model year, from the most affordable to the most expensive, one question naturally remains: which transmission actually suits your riding style best? To answer that, it's time to compare Honda DCT, Honda E-Clutch, and Yamaha Y-AMT side by side. After exploring every clutchless motorcycle you can buy new in the United States for 2026, one conclusion rises above everything else: there is no universal winner. Every one of these motorcycles solves the same problem in a different way, and the best choice depends entirely on the rider sitting in the saddle. If you're buying your very first motorcycle, the Honda CB650 RE Clutch stands above the rest. It still teaches proper gear selection and throttle control, but it removes the frustration of stalling and awkward clutch work. You'll gain genuine manual riding experience while building confidence one ride at a time. For riders who spend every weekday battling traffic, the Honda NC750X DCT remains incredibly difficult to overlook. Its automatic operation transforms stop and go commuting into a far more relaxed experience, while the practical front storage compartment, impressive fuel economy, and comfortable ergonomics make everyday ownership refreshingly simple. If your heart beats a little faster every time the road begins to twist, the Yamaha MT-09 Y-AMT deserves your attention. Its charismatic triple-cylinder engine pairs beautifully with lightning-fast electronic shifting, allowing you to focus less on changing gears and more on choosing the perfect line through every corner. Adventure riders will feel immediately at home on the Honda Africa Twin DCT. It is equally comfortable crossing loose gravel, climbing rocky trails, or covering hundreds of highway miles, proving that reducing rider workload never has to mean sacrificing control. When the destination is measured in states rather than miles, the Honda Goldwing Tour Automatic DCT continues to define luxury touring. Its effortless flat-6 engine, exceptional passenger comfort, generous luggage capacity, and remarkably refined transmission make long-distance travel feel almost second nature. Looking strictly at value, the Honda NC750X DCT earns the strongest recommendation. It combines true automatic convenience, everyday practicality, excellent fuel economy, and Honda's proven reliability at a price that remains surprisingly attainable. For riders who simply want the finest clutch-free touring experience regardless of cost, the Honda Goldwing Tour Automatic DCT sits comfortably at the top. Few motorcycles deliver the same combination of refinement, technology, comfort, and cross-country capability. Perhaps the most encouraging discovery is that none of these motorcycles exists to replace traditional manuals. Instead, each offers a different path toward making riding more enjoyable, whether your priority is confidence, convenience, adventure, performance, or luxury. And that larger picture tells an even more fascinating story, because once you step back from the individual motorcycles, you begin to see how quickly clutch-free technology is reshaping the future of motorcycling itself. Because after seeing every clutchless motorcycle available, one conclusion stands above everything else. There is no universal winner, because there is no universal rider. Every motorcycle we have covered was engineered to solve a different problem, and choosing the right one begins with understanding your own priorities. If you are just beginning your riding journey, the Honda CB650RE clutch makes the strongest case. It preserves the satisfaction of shifting gears yourself while removing the frustration of clutch control, allowing confidence to grow naturally without the fear of repeated stalls. For everyday commuting, the Honda NC750X DCT is difficult to overlook. Its true automatic transmission, exceptional fuel economy, relaxed ergonomics, and clever built-in storage make daily travel remarkably simple, whether you are heading to work or escaping for the weekend. Riders chasing excitement will feel most at home on the Yamaha MT-09 Y-AMT. Its lively triple-cylinder engine and rapid electronic shifting create an experience that feels energetic from the first twist of the throttle to the final corner. When the pavement disappears, the Honda Africa Twin DCT remains the obvious companion, balancing genuine off-road capability with impressive long-distance comfort. And if crossing entire states is your definition of adventure, the Honda Goldwing Tour DCT continues to set the standard for effortless luxury. Ultimately, the best motorcycle is not the most expensive or the most powerful. It is the one that fits your roads, your budget, and the kind of memories you hope to create every time you ride. Before we finish, there is one final story these motorcycles tell together, and it reveals just how dramatically the future of motorcycling has already begun to change. When this guide began, we set out to answer one simple question: what clutchless motorcycles can you actually buy new in the United States? Now you have the complete picture. Every verified model has been explored, from the most affordable entry point to the flagship machines built for crossing entire states in effortless comfort. Along the way, one thing became unmistakably clear: clutch-free riding is no longer defined by a single idea. Honda's dual-clutch transmission delivers the closest experience to a true automatic, quietly managing every shift to reduce fatigue wherever the road leads. Honda's e-clutch preserves the familiar satisfaction of changing gears while removing the frustration of clutch work. Yamaha's automated manual transmission takes a more performance-driven approach, combining automatic convenience with lightning-fast shifting that keeps spirited riding at the heart of the experience. The most important lesson, however, is that no single system is right for everyone. The perfect choice depends on how you ride, where you ride, and what you expect every time you throw a leg over the saddle. Automatic motorcycles are not replacing traditional manuals. They're simply giving riders more freedom to choose the experience that fits them best. And with today's factory-built options, there has never been a better time to discover just how enjoyable clutch-free motorcycling can be. And that proves automatic motorcycles aren't a niche anymore. Whether you want a commuter, a sport bike, an adventure machine, or a luxury tourer, there's finally a clutchless motorcycle built for you. If this helped you see motorcycles from a new perspective, click the next video, because we're uncovering another side of the motorcycle world that every rider should know before buying their next bike. Join our tribe by subscribing, and don't forget to like this video.